Right. The previous problem may also be asked in different form. So we'll go for another problem. Calculate the angle of deviation and refractive index of an equilateral prism. So equilateral prism it is given. So immediately you have to write A equal to 60 degree. If a light ray falls at normal incidence, this also gives you the meaning of normal incidence is a ray. So angle of incidence at the entrance is I1 equal to 0, because angle of incidence is angle subtended by the incident ray with the normal. The ray itself falls normally means I1. There is no angle of incidence there. First is I1 is taken as 0. And emergent ray traces the interface of the prism and air. Again here also your I2 value is 90 degree. I2 equal to 90 degree because the emergent ray traces the interface of the prism and air. So these are all the values given. I will give you a supporting diagram. I will explain this with some supporting diagram again. Draw a prism. Let it ABC. Now a ray of light incident normal to the prism. So that is, this angle is 90 degree, again this is 90 degree. The ray itself as such normal to the face AB, the angle of incidence is I1, I1 is 0. Now this again, while refracting from prism to air, it just passes through the interface of prism and air. So this again 90 degree. Now if you extend this ray, so this is our deviation. So deviation D have to calculate, right? So from these parameters calculate D. So D we know from our derivation part, I1 plus I2 minus of A, or D equal to 0 plus I2 is 90 minus A is 60. So equal to 30 degree. So our D value is 30 degree. So if this is D, this also you can show it as D. So this is 30 degree. Now the incident ray and the normal makes an angle 60 degree with the, so your 60 degree is critical angle for which the ray suffers total internal reflection and passes through or grazes through the boundary. Now using Snell's law, product form of Snell's law is N1 sine of I1 equal to N2 sine of R. Here N1 sine of IC, IC is critical angle, equal to N2 sine R, or sine of IC equal to N2 by N1 into sine R. Again sine of IC equal to 1 by N. Here second medium is air and first medium is glass prism. N1 is taken as N, N2 is 1. Sine of R, angle of refraction is 90 degrees, it is again 1. So sine of IC equal to just 1 by N, or N equal to 1 by sine of IC. Sine is equal to 1 by N, N equal to 1 by sine of IC, critical angle. So N equal to IC we know 1 by sine 60. So 1 by sine of 60 equal to 1 by 0.86, or N equal to 1.16. N equal to 1.16 is the required answer. Right, now we'll go for another problem. related to refractive index and the dispersive power. Dispersive power. Now find the dispersive power of a crown glass if the refractive indices of red, green and violet colors are respectively 1.512, 1.520 and 1.632. That means the refractive index of red color is 1.512, NR equal to 1.512, and green, second color is green is 1.52, n of green, that is mean color, is 1.520, and violet, so n violet, refractive index of violet is 1.632 respectively, means so you have to choose the values accordingly. Now what you are going to calculate, what is dispersive power of the crown glass. Dispersive power, we know the formula, omega equal to NV, refractive index of violet, minus N or refractive index of red. That means the difference between two refractive indices of extreme colors, violet and red, and mean color, here it is given green, NG minus 1. That's all. Now do substitute the values. What is NV is 1.632. What is refractive index of red? 1.512 divided by what is n of green? 1.520 minus 1. Now simplification of this gives you 0.120 in numerator and 0.520 in the denominator. Again do simplify it, it is equal to 0.23. So refractive index of the crown glass having refractive indices 1.512, 1.520 and 1.632 for respective colors red, green and violet is 0.23. That is the answer. So here values are directly given, you are going to substitute in the relevant formula and simplification, which gives you the final result. Clear? Okay. We will discuss some more problems in the next forthcoming sessions. Goodbye.